Because as we were talking about throughout this series, that it's not just about babies, it's not just about tummy time as a baby.
That's right.
This is an issue that goes throughout their childhood.
It really does. It goes throughout childhood, college, all of them.
So we see here all of our friends are on their tummies. Are they stimulating their upper body strength and brain development just by being on their tummies?
Yes. Absolutely. And I think when we get to these preschool ages, what we realize is we don't make it a priority anymore, and we don't talk about it as much. And it's never too late to start tummy time, first of all. And second of all, it's never a non-issue. You know what I mean? It's always a valuable tool to use, whether you're in early childhood, grade school, college. I don't care when you're talking about. It's a pretty nice tool that you can use. It's like we eat food for our digestive system, right?
Right.
Tummy time, that type of motor stimulation, is food for our nervous system.
Cool.
Okay?
That's a good
and
analogy.
So we build it in, and it's vital throughout most of our lives. And
we're going to take this point to remind people that they you can post questions once again on KY3's Facebook page. You can email them to newsalerts@ky3.com, and you can tweet them as well. So if you have any questions, be sure to let us know. What risk factors at this age level? We've got some girls here ages 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5.
Yes.
So what risk factors do you need to look for that indicates there might be a concern?
Okay, let's just say that we're at that 2.5, 3.5, 4.5 age, and we have zero interest in coloring, zero interest in any kind of fine motor manipulatives, putting blocks together. I mean, we just don't like to do that. We would rather sit and watch TV all day than do anything with our hands, or then get out and ride our tricycle. All right? If your kiddo is backing away from activity instead of excitingly jumping in and doing new things, that's kind of a red flag.
Okay.
And some of it may be the way that you structure your day, where TV's a little bit too available.
Sure.
I would never be one who doesn't like TV. You know, my kids have their favorite shows, and I'm not one to say take it all away.
Watch it on your tummy, right?
Yes, I love it. You know, watch it on your tummy, or watch it in moderation. You've got your times of the day, and screen time is only one small part.
Okay.
And so,
you really start to see risk factors, I guess, when we get up to the grade school age, right?
Absolutely. You can see those precursors, especially when you look back at kiddos who are having trouble reading. You look back at their preschool time and how they kind of backed away from activity, or they were busy, but they went from activity to activity without ever fully completing the task, so to speak. If they start a puzzle, dump it out, but then they're tired of the puzzle and they go to the next thing. You know, some of those things where they're not able to focus their attention, and they're not able to use their hands or their bodies to work for them in a learning task. And all of that was really laid in a strong foundation from 2 to 5 years old.
So if you see risk factors in this age, that doesn't mean you are going to have to, you know, spend thousands of dollars on therapy.
No.
But there are resources out there, parents as teachers, Missouri First Steps. Ask your pediatrician. They might be able to get you a referral to at least find out if it's something to be concerned about.
Yes. And I think that that's one reason we put some handouts on the website where you can, on ky3.com, you can download the handouts that will teach you what you can do at home with tummy time and with some of that core strengthening as it builds. It is very important, but it's one of those things that you build into your day. You can do it anytime. And I would definitely spend a couple months focusing and observing how your child's doing before I would ever seek some therapy. I'd see what you could build in at home. And this is one of those things that you can look. Always talk to your doctor, see what they think. If there are more risk factors than the basic things we're talking about today, of course your doctor's going to want to go ahead and refer you on to therapy. But I think that something as simple as this, you can prevent a lot of therapy by building things like this into your day. It's one of the first things we always start with.